Hello everybody, Lady Game here, and welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. This is my favorite dungeon in Skyward Sword. I'm going to be going over why this is my favorite dungeon as we go across this place. Normally I don't like water levels in video games, but this is one of those exceptions because this place is awesome. And that seems to be a running trend with my Zelda Let's Plays, where I normally don't like water levels, but the water dungeons are pretty cool. Like with Majora's Mask, Great Bay Temple is my favorite dungeon in that game, but I normally really hate water levels. So that trend's kind of continuing with this video, with this Let's Play. But anyway, there's some Squidros over there that we're gonna be facing. You want to cut the spider webs, and then you're gonna want to attack them, and then stab their face, even though that's not really their face. Anyway, what I really like is that you can actually see the sculptures moving and readjusting how they're standing as you cut up their spider web. It's a really cool detail, and I really like it. So with this puzzle right here, you have to swing. You have to hit the blue things in a certain order. There's actually a stone tablet towards the entrance of the dungeon. There's actually a stone tablet towards the entrance of the dungeon that will tell you which directions you have to attack them in. But it's always going to be the same. So the direction that you have to hit them on my save file, it's going to be the same on yours. So that's going to make it easier for everybody who's watching this Let's Play. Anyway, I'm going to cross these things. You're gonna want to drop these sculptures into the water before you do anything else. And then we're gonna be going in here and getting some stuff inside the water. There's a couple of rubies in here. It's not really too big. It's not really big anything. That giant the giant coral thing on the leaf on that platform. I don't really know what it's called. I'm just gonna call it the coral thing. The coral thing right there, the giant one, that's where we need to go. So what we want to do is we want to climb out of the water, jump across these lily pads, and go across this grass vine thing on the wall. It's very nice that those things are very conveniently placed so that at least climb across them. At least in Twilight, at least they're useful in this game, because in Twilight Princess, one of the first dungeons in the game, there were a lot of vine walls. There were a lot of walls that had vines across them. They were just kind of pointless and weird. I didn't really understand that. Anyway, you want to use spin attack to get across the thing, just like in Super Mario Galaxy. At least if you're playing as Luigi, using your spin attack underwater will cause you to, well, drop, and your health meter will drop or whatever. This game and Mario Galaxy they have a lot of similarities with each other. Like the gravity crystals and star bits the gravity crystals are the models for those are actually reused from Mario Galaxy, from the star bits for those things, and they're actually based off a type of candy in Japan. I think I've talked about this already, but I just feel like I need to bring it up again. Over there, we can use our water. You can use the water fountain to get across here. There's a Deku Baba actually right there. I love fighting the Deku Babas in this game, they're really fun. So, now let's go explore the underwater parts of this place. The Choo-Choo's down there, you can defeat them with spin attack. That's pretty much your basic weapon. For fighting them on. Oh my god, do you see that? Oh my god, the eyeballs. It's so morbid. Oh yeah, I never noticed that before. Their eyeballs go like flying everywhere when you spin attack them. It's so gross. Anyway, enough about morbid deaths in Zelda series, especially for an E-rated game. This game you read? I think it is. Anyway, what we're gonna do is that those hands right there, if you're not quick enough, it's going to crash you. Like I said a moment ago, just take your remote and check continuously until you escape their grasp. Good, good, yeah. When your hands, with your fingers, flex, that's basically your sign that you need to get out of the way. When that happens, that's when you want to use your sticky attack. So now that we've done all that, we'll be returning to the surface, so we can do some more stuff. We have a key, so we can go there. I got stone template right there off on the right. That's the one that will tell you the directions that you need to hit the blue things in. So just keep that in mind if you're playing this game along with me. That's something that I'm always curious about when I'm making a let's play. Is that are my viewers playing this game along with me, or are they just watching how I play this game? Because whenever I watch let's play, I just watch how they play the game, with a couple exceptions. But um, but I mostly just watch how other people play it. So I'm curious as to whether or not people will actually use my Let's Plays as like an actual guide, or if they an actual guide to play this game or something like that. Anyway, time for a mini boss. So just like the other skeleton dude, he's gonna have his sword facing in certain directions. So like tap right, tap up or down. It's basically the same as the other. It's basically the same how we fight the other skeleton warriors across this game. The big difference is that he has more armor with him, and I think his swords actually do more damage. And I think his swords do a little bit more damage than usual. So you want to be very careful with that. And also he has 4 swords, so he must be General Grievous! When his swords are like that, that's when you want to do a stabbing attack. And I still love how you can see the progressive damage that the enemy is taking as they're fighting him, like his rib cages are cracking apart or something. While it may seem a little bit morbid, it's a really cool detail, and I really like it. Something like that was actually supposed to happen in Super Smash Bros. Brawl, how in that game the different characters were going to show visible signs of damage, such as how Link's shield was going to start cracking, or same thing with Midnight's mask and stuff like that. But it went unused, and it did return to a certain degree in Super Smash Bros. For Wii U and 3DS. Because in that game, Little Mac will actually start having some bruises and band-aids across his face as he takes more damage. Which is a cool little detail. Going inside here, we can gain access to the items of the dungeon, so let's go grab it. You got the thing, you got the whip. So the whip, how you control it is that you take it out and then you fix the remote to do stuff. We use like this. We lock onto it and then we pick the remote and then pull it back to use the whip. This weapon is really cool. You can actually use it to gain certain materials from different enemies in the game. Like for example, some of the Bakublins that we've been facing across the game, like the ones with the horns that will summon the other ones, you can actually use the whip to steal the horn away from them, which is really awesome. So after we've activated the fountains, we can go over here, activate another one, which will let us go higher across this place. Rise, my son. So let's go inside the door. Yeah. We lived a full life. I landed on the lily pad. I wanted to land on the water. Game, why are you so lame? I'm kidding. Die grass! Die grass! Whip the grass! I'm just being stupid, aren't I? I always get happy in a Zelda game whenever I get a new item you can actually use to cut grass, like the whip. That's the big reason why I actually like the whip in this game. I don't know why. Cutting grass in Zelda games has always been like a really fun thing, and that is actually something that makes me really that like makes my mind explode whenever I think about Zelda U, because just the one trailer we saw, there was a lot of grass in it. So I was jokingly saying on Miiverse, and I've actually seen a couple other people saying this as well, that the first thing I'm gonna do when I get Zelda U is that I'm going to go across Hyrule and cut every single piece of grass that I can find. By the time I'm 30, I'll probably be done with that. I'm just kidding. Anyway, now that we get the map, we can see where the other places in the dungeon. So what we want to do next is that we want to go over there to those lily pads. Let's swim over there. Swim, swim, swim. Swim, swim. Oh, I love to swim. I don't know the words of the lyrics, and I haven't seen that movie in a long time. I can't sing, don't know what I'm doing. My viewers are probably using the volume and I make a piece there's a space right there between the two. I really don't know why I sing my videos, because God knows I'm a terrible singer. Anyway, let's continue on through here. There's actually a treasure chest behind this giant thing over here. It's just a couple of rubies. We don't need them because our world's full. And I really like this statue right here, how it's like a fist. It's like a cactus or whatever. And cactuses are pretty much my favorite kind of fist ever because they look like they have a mustache. And mustaches make me happy for whatever reason. Probably because I have a mustache. But in all seriousness, the cactuses are pretty funny because they look like they have mustaches. And I already said that, but I don't care. Anyway, there's Jesus right here, and there's Buckling over there, Ruby's facing. He has a bow and arrow, so let's destroy him! I want to get the Ruby. No! Link, 1986 to 2015. I've come back to life! Anyway, we want to use the whip against this thing right here so we can swing it fast and then climb onto the vine. More Deku Bubbles right there if you don't fight them. You don't actually have to, but I just like fighting them anyway because they're fun to fight. This platform right here, while it makes being useless, it's actually very useful because you may notice that while you were climbing across there, your stamina gauge decreases. So that platform is actually used to give Link enough time to get like catch his breath, literally. Which it's always found really cool. I love the stamina gauge in this game because it adds a lot more detail with it. Because with like the other Zelda games, Link is running around endlessly and he actually never runs out of breath. But with this game, he can run out of breath, which makes him feel more realistic, and I really like that. I'm not sure if it's going to be occurring in Zelda U again, and I'm not sure if I'd actually want that, because in Zelda U, the overworld is much larger, but what I do know is that it seems like you can make the horse, you can make the Epona go much faster without like the limitations like the stairs or whatever. But I'm not entirely sure about that because they haven't really shown that much about Zelda U. It still makes me sad that the game's probably not going to be showing up at E3 this year, and then we're probably not going to get our hands on it until next year. But like I said before, I think Xenoblade Chronicles X will keep me busy. Will give me more than enough time to like. What I'm trying to say is that with Zelda U and Xenoblade Chronicles X, if they were released at the same time, I probably wouldn't have enough time to like fully appreciate both those games. So I'm really glad that one game is being released. The one game is being released. That one game is being released a little bit after the other one. There's a glass wall right there. If you want to use it, I don't want to because I simply don't want to because my wallet is full and our hearts are. We have enough hearts for now. And now we're going to go buy. Link got turned into a plumber. He must be Mario. I'm kidding. There's a statue right there. If you want to see her game, I'm not going to because I'm recording. I don't usually save. That one's over here, and this one's actually required to knock down so that we can flip over the lily pad. Let's go back into the swimming thing. The width is actually going to be very useful for this area up here because I remember my first playthrough, I was so confused at this point, because I didn't know that you can use your whip against the Bakugan to steal stuff, but you can use your whip to steal a key from him, which is what you need to do to progress through the game. So if you're like me and you just had absolutely no idea what you're supposed to do, now you know. There's a treasure chest over there. I want it. I need it. I need it. I have some important information that I am certain you want to hear. There's a large treasure system. I just said that fine. It's like, I literally just said that there was a treasure chest there. I don't mind fighting most of the time, but there's some points like that where you see a treasure chest and Link is obviously seeing it for himself, but then Fi points out like Link doesn't know you better. It's like, seriously, Fi, just shut up. But now taking that pipe thing will give us access to this life. It's very lovely. This entire dungeon is actually based off a Japanese, it's actually based off Japanese literature, believe it or not. I'm going to be talking about that in the next video because it's going to make more sense, in the next video. You'll see why later, but I'm just going to save it for the next video. As for right now, I'm going to say right now is that it's based off a Japanese story, and I actually did research on that story so I can fully explain it to you guys. So yeah. This grass right here is Velvet. It was mocking me. It was mocking me for doing research on a Japanese story for a Let's Play that like only 5 people are gonna watch. Which I really do appreciate you guys watching this video and these videos because I know I wouldn't have gotten this far if I wasn't so close to 100 subscribers. And I am so happy that I'm so close to 100 subscribers because at the point I'm recording this, I'm at 89 right now. So I'm really excited that I'm almost at 100. I don't know what I'm gonna do once I get to 100. Because my original plan was to do the bonus video for Super Mario Galaxy 2, where I would show off the perfect run for the Grandmaster Galaxy, but I just didn't do that because, well, I already recorded that in the grand finale of that at this point. So I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do once I do reach 100 subscribers. There's some stuff over here that we need to go take care of. There's a ruby right there if you want it. You don't have to grab it if you don't want to. It's useless for me to grab it because my wallet's already full, but I just like grabbing it because it's a ruby and it's shiny. And shiny is my best friend. It's my BFF forever. There's a staircase right there. We have to go across the staircase. Individual animation free staircase, and I got hit by Dakumaba. Die, Dakumaba. So now we have to climb all the way back over there so we can get to the fountain so we can progress into the dungeon. Hooray! I really do like this dungeon. I was not kidding when I was saying this is my favorite dungeon in the game. Because normally, I don't like water dungeons. I don't like water levels in video games like at all, but this is one of those few exceptions. It's just like the Great Big Temple. I remember this place like the back of my hand. So I really love this dungeon. And the music is really cool as well. And the boss fight in this place is so awesome. But I can't talk about it yet because I'm going to be saving that for the next video, but the boss in this place is really was the highlight for me. So then if you want to know what that's like, and if you've already played this game before, and if you've already played this game before, then you probably already know what I'm talking about. Anyway, there's a bird right here. This bird right here, when its wing is, when its tail is exposed like that, when you whip against it, and then you want to use a fatal blow against it. You don't have to use a fatal blow if you don't want to. I just personally like doing that because it makes me look epic. You can also just keep swinging your sword at it, until it's dried. But it's like instant death for the fatal blow. So now what we need to do is that we need to use our whip to activate this last thing. That whip right there, that fountain right there is just used to get back up here for whatever reason if you need to, like you fill it off before you activate this thing. So you definitely want to go do that. The statue has feet! So that's the statue has been lowered. What we want to do is we want to go onto the lowest level of this place. Because now we can go into the door. Oh my god. The zombies! It's World War all over again! So these guys take a lot of damage, but the thing is, if you can only fully destroy them with the fatal blow, because they're gonna get back up if you do not use a fatal blow against them. They will respawn after a moment if you do not use a fatal blow, so you definitely want to go do that. I understand some people might have a little bit of trouble with the fatal blow in this game because it's a little confusing as to how it actually works, but at this point in the game, you shouldn't have too much trouble with it. And we get an evil crystal again. I like how it says that it's extremely rare, but we've been getting a lot of those in the past couple videos. Like right now we have 3 of them, but right now we have 3 of them, but it keeps saying it's extremely rare. There's one more we have to destroy. Let's finish them off! And with that, we're gonna end this video off here. So, thank you guys so much for watching this video of The Legend of Skyward, and until next time, little dear to you. Oh yeah!
How was this?